Welcome back to Crypto Win Rate. Today we are going to be doing a step-by-step tutorial on how to use HyperSwap, the central liquidity hub of Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid has completely exploded over the last 6 months or so. So we can see in December we are just sitting around 150 million. Fast forward to July and we are pretty much at $2 billion. Now, obviously, the HyperEVM being released has been a big reason why the TVL has grown so much, as people are looking for new airdrop opportunities and just exploring the Hyperliquid L1. This is going to be the start of a series where I go through some of the most important dApps on the Hyperliquid L1 and, of course, talk about some of the airdrop potential for these applications and the airdrop potential for the HyperEVM itself. So today we will be going over HyperSwap. So if we just click here, okay, we can see there's about $105 million locked, and since April there has been a massive growth. Let's just head over to the website. This is the main page of HyperSwap. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and connect our wallet. I am using MetaMask. Something else to think about is we do need some hype for gas fees. Now, if you don't know how to bridge your hype to the HyperEVM or any other token, I did make a video on that previously. I'm just going to go ahead and leave the link in the description so you could check that out. Now we're just going to confirm this and we should be connected any moment now. Now that we are connected, the first thing I want to do is head over to the points section. Okay, and we can see the ecosystem points program. I don't have a rank yet because we aren't signed up yet. So what we want to do is claim your unique username ID and start earning points as you navigate on HyperSwap and the HyperEVM ecosystem. So let's sign up. I'm just going to make a username, Crypto Win Rate, and we are going to sign that transaction. We can see my username now that I've signed up, my rank. Because I just signed up, this is pretty much the amount of wallets that are part of the ecosystem points program on HyperSwap. The points will be updated every Sunday at 10 p.m. Pacific time, so that's something to note. All right, these are the different points that you can get on HyperSwap. And as well, a referral link is always a good way to boost your points. If you do want to support the channel, I am going to leave a link in the description so you can use our link to sign up for the points program on HyperSwap. Now, the first way to earn points is by using the HyperSwap DEX. Over here, I have 10 USD T0, and I want to swap this for Hype, but we can do this for any token. Anytime you want to swap from one token to another, you want to lend, you want to provide liquidity, you can use the HyperSwap DEX. It has deep liquidity, and most people on the Hyperliquid L1 will be using HyperSwap for their trades. So we can see the swap feature here. As well, we have the DEX screener charting built in. I'm not going to go into the charts, but if this is something you like, then you can obviously chart as you please. Here we also have transfer, so we can transfer between HyperEVM and HyperCore. We also have limit orders that we can use to make swaps. Lastly, if we press this little button over here, we have these settings. This is the slippage tolerance. So I'm just going to explain this by reading it. Your transaction will revert if your price changes unfavorably by more than this percentage. Transaction deadline. Your transaction will revert if it's pending for more than this period of time. So if I would put 20 minutes and the transaction still hasn't gone through after the 20-minute deadline, it would be reverted. As well, we have interface setting, so toggle expert mode. Allow high price impact trades and skip the confirm screen. Use at your own risk. I would recommend just keeping this off. And then disable multi-hops. Restrict swaps to only direct pairs only. I would also keep this off because some pairs don't have direct swaps, but they can go through multiple pools to make that swap for you. If you turn that off, there might not be some tokens that you can swap into. So yeah, this is the gist of the swapping area of HyperSwap, I'm just going to go ahead now and show you how to swap. So I have about 10 USDTO right here, so I'm just going to press max, and I'm going to swap into the Hype token. This is the route we are going. We're just going to press swap, review it. I like what I see, confirm that swap. We see the small network fee, transaction submitted, and we have swapped. We can now see I have my Hype, well, wrapped Hype, wherever it might be. Well, my Hype is somewhere. Anyway, the point is now I swapped into Hype, okay, and I also gained some points with this transaction. So this is the first way to gain points and probably the most popular. Next, I'm going to show you how to provide liquidity for the swaps that we are making. These are the pools that we will be providing to, but we're going to go over to the Explore page. So right here we have Hype to USDTO, the APR that is giving, the fees that are going to the liquidity providers, the TVL, how much money is in this pool, the volume and the reserves, how much of each token is in the pool. So you see here, we could actually swap right from the pool. So what we just did in the trading section is we went through one of these pools. That's how decentralized exchanges work. I'm pretty sure this was the pool that we went through. Now, in terms of the points, we can see that some of these have 5x points. Let's actually go to multiplicator pools. These are the pools that are giving away the most points. So we see here, this one, Hype to UBTC, is 5x points, 5x points, 3x points. So if you want to maximize your points on HyperSwap, these will be the pools that you might want to look at. We can also check out hyped pools. These are the most popular pools right now on HyperSwap. Incentivized pools, pools with extra token incentivization, standard AMM. These are full range liquidity pools, and concentrated liquidity. We will be focusing on concentrated liquidity for this video, as this is the best way to earn 5x point multipliers and higher fees when you are providing the liquidity. So we are going to go ahead and provide liquidity to the Hype USDTO pair. We can see it's a hot APR with 64.78%, and it has a 5x point multiplier. So we're just going to go ahead and press add liquidity. This is the pair, the fee tier. For the ranges, we're not going to go into custom ranges. We're going to press preset ranges, more. Max range is a full range liquidity pool. The higher the percentage, the longer your pool will be in range, earning fees and points, but you'll also be earning less fees than if you had a narrow range. Now, the problem with a narrow range is you can go out of range very quickly with the Hype price moving up or down. So I would say as a beginner, you should probably stick to passive or wide range. We can see here, this would be my range. So as long as Hype stays in this range from 36.24 to 63.52, I will be earning fees from people swapping in and out of my pool and points. We can see the visual representation of this range and the liquidity that is provided. Now again, concentrated liquidity is very complicated. This is just a quick run through. I'm just trying to show you how you can provide liquidity and start earning fees, but mainly this is all about the airdrop potential. We will make a future video on concentrated liquidity, explaining it more in depth. So we're just going to continue. Now we can either use dual token mode. So I would need to have some USDTO and Hype, or single asset Zap. The problem with single asset Zap is it's only for full range pools. So what I'm actually gonna have to do is, we can see here I have $10 of Hype, but I would need almost $13 of USDTO. So I'm actually gonna go back to trade here, and I'm going to swap some of my Hype back for USDTO. So I'm just gonna swap about $2.40 worth of my Hype for USDTO. We're going to swap that, confirm the transaction. It's just pending, and it has swapped. Now we're going to go back to Explore, concentrate liquidity, back to our pool that we're going to provide to. We're going to use that preset 25% range, continue. Now I only have $2.40 of USDTO, and I have more Hype, so I'm just going to press max so we can see now that I can add liquidity. I'm going to approve USDTO. It has been approved, and now I can add to this liquidity. So let's just go over this. We have our hype, our USDTO, the feed tier. So this means that when people go through our pool, they'll be paying 0.3% to swap within our pool. The price range, so remember the price range, your position will be 100% composed of hype at the bottom of the range and 100% composed of USDTO at the top of the range. We're going to add. We can see there is a 5-cent network fee. Transaction is submitted. We can see in the corner the transaction is pending and the position has been created. We can see now under view positions our position. The APR right now is 66%. The range right now we are 43% in hype and 57% in USDTO. So that's just the basics of how to add liquidity. If we did want to remove liquidity, we would just go to manage. We can claim our fees here, collect fees, and we can remove how much liquidity we want. And whatever the assets are at the time is what will be removed. I'm going to keep it in range for now, but this is how you remove liquidity. Now that we've gone through swapping and providing liquidity for earning points, there's just a couple more features of HyperSwap that I want to go through quickly. This is the staking section. You can stake your hype with different dApps in the Hyperliquid ecosystem. I'm not going to go too into depth, but you can check these out yourself. This is loop type. Pretty much what it does is it stakes your hype and then it loops it. That's why it has a target APY of 10. HB hype is staked on Hyperbeat. I am going to be doing a review of Hyperbeat in the coming days, so that's something to look out for. Lastly, the last section we can quickly check out is the bridge section, where you can bridge to different chains. This is a in-house bridge on HyperSwap. You would just have to play around with this and see what tokens you can use and what chains are compatible. So yeah, that is my tutorial on HyperSwap and how to farm airdrop points on HyperSwap. If you did like this video and want to see more content like this, remember to like and subscribe to Crypto Winrate. You can also check out our website at cryptowinrate.com, where we have tons of crypto content and lots of guides for you to sift through. If you do want to get started trading on Hyperliquid today, we have a 4% discount on trading fees. Just scroll down and click the link in the description to create a Hyperliquid account. This link will apply a code which will make you eligible for that 4% fee discount. I hope you enjoyed the video, and bye for now.